Good morning friends. In today's video we are going to study estimation of building by center line method. So basically if you see, the estimation of building is done by two methods. One is long wall short wall method and another one is center line method. In the regular classes we have seen how to prepare an estimate by long wall short wall method. In today's video we are going to study the estimation of a building by center line method. So let us start with this video. So in this method what happens is we are going to calculate the total center to center length of the building. That is if in the building if you see we are going to have different types of walls like 9 inches, 4 inches or 230 mm and 100 mm. Right? So what we do is that the wall which is having same type of foundation and footing, so that length we will try to calculate, that is total center to center length of the building we will try to calculate. We will multiply it by breadth and depth. We will multiply it by breadth and depth so as to get the quantity. So by this method what we do, we can calculate the quantities like excavation, bed concrete, stone masonry works, that is UCRM or size stone masonry works or CRM works, then next DPC, then next is burnt brick masonry. Other quantities what we have calculated like plastering, flooring, painting, etc. it will be calculated as usual what we have done in the earlier classes. So in this method we will try to calculate the center line length of the walls which is having same type of foundations and footing. If the wall thickness is going to vary or footings if they are going to vary, so that length has to be calculated separately, right? So for example if you see, I will take this single room building. So for example if this center to center length is 5.3 meters, for example if the center to center length of this building is 5.3 meters in x direction and in y direction let it be 4.3 meters. 4.3 meters. Now how to calculate the quantity by center line method now? So what we do is that we will take this length 5.3 meters. In the x direction we have 5.3 meters. This is center to center length. So from this center till this center we have taken the length, that is 5.3 meters. Next is we will multiply it by breadth. Breadth means we will consider this much portion. That is, you can see here 90 centimeter breadth we have. So therefore this breadth we are going to take. This is 90 centimeter breadth we are going to have. Then next is we will multiply it by height so as to get the quantity of this wall, long wall. Similarly if you multiply it by 2, so again what happens is that this portion will also be covered. So what we do is that we will take center to center length. You can see this is the center of the wall and this is the center of this long wall. Center to center length, that is 5.3 meters multiplied by 90 centimeters multiplied by depth. So we have calculated the long wall. Next comes is when you go for the short wall now. Short wall center is starting somewhere here now. Short wall center is starting from this point till this point. The length is 4.3 meters. This is the length. We will multiply it by breadth now. So breadth is 0.90 centimeters we have. 0.9 meters we have. So if you multiply by breadth this and multiply by depth, if you do, you will get the quantity. This is one number, this is another number. If you multiply by 2, you will get these two walls. So here if you see this figure, what happens is that when we are taking this short wall, so this portion is being covered. When we are taking this long wall, from the center, what happens is that again this portion is coming. This portion what you can see here, this portion is coming twice. That is portion Q. Similarly if you see at all the corners, so here if you see here P is coming twice. This here S is coming twice at this corner. Similarly here R is coming twice. But whereas if you see this corner is not coming, whether you consider long wall or short wall, that is L. Similarly here M, portion M, here portion N and here portion K, this is not coming. So if you see this portion is coming twice and this portion is not included. This portion is coming twice and this portion is not included. So therefore what happens that this rectangular portion what we have, this is equal to this, that is L is equal to Q. So therefore here we are getting it twice and here we have not considered. So therefore this is equal to this. So therefore here what happens is that this gets nullified. This gets nullified. So therefore at the corners of the building we are not going to have any problem. Similarly this corner also. Similarly this corner also. Similarly this corner also. At the corners of the building we don't have any problems. So therefore at the corners of the building where two walls are meeting, there is no subtraction or addition is required. Why? Because here we are getting it twice and here we have not considered. So this is equal to this. Therefore this gets nullified. So therefore no addition or no deletion. So one thing what you can remember, at corners there is no addition or deletion which is required. But problem comes is when you have a cross walls or partition walls which are coming now. So for example, if you see, this is the two room building now. This is one room, this is one room, right? Similarly again if you calculate the center to center length of the building. So if you consider this long wall, this is the center of the wall. So from here till here if you consider, if you see here, if you consider what happens at this portion, if you multiply it by breadth, this wall will be over, right? Similarly this is number 2. Two numbers if you multiply, this and this will be over. Next when you consider this short wall center length is, you can see here, short wall center length is somewhere from this face till this face. Center to center means from this face till this face. If you multiply it by breadth, this portion will be covered. This portion will be covered, right? So when you consider the long wall, when we have considered this long wall, already we have taken this portion. But again when we are considering the short wall now, again we are considering the short wall means again this portion is getting overlapped. Again this portion is getting overlapped. You can see here the hatching portion what we have shown, here it is getting overlapped. So therefore here the quantity gets doubled. So therefore what has to be done is that only this much quantity has to be subtracted. So this portion we call it as a junction. This portion where the quantity is getting overlapped, this portion we call it as a junction, and this much quantity has to be subtracted. So whenever we have any buildings and all, we have to calculate how many junctions we have. So how we will come to know whether we have junction or not? So whenever we have any cross walls, this is main wall and this is cross wall. So whenever we have any cross wall, we are going to get the junction. Another thing what you can remember, when at the corners of the building, we don't have any junctions. Here it is getting nullified. So here there is no overlap. Here there is overlapping and it is getting nullified. So therefore at corners no junctions. But whenever we have any cross walls, we are going to get the junctions. So whenever we are calculating, we have to calculate how many junctions we have. How many junctions we have. So now how much quantity has to be subtracted, that has to be seen. How much quantity has to be subtracted, right? So if you see this total width is how much? 1.1 meters. So here how much quantity is getting doubled? From this center line till this portion. Only what happens is that only half portion is getting overlapped, right? This is 1.1, only half portion is getting overlapped. So therefore this has to be subtracted. That is, this total is nothing but width B, width of the item is B. So only half is getting overlapped, therefore this is B divided by 2, B divided by 2, right? So here if you see, this is the formula by which we are going to calculate the length of the building. L is equal to center length minus what we have to do, we have to subtract for the junction. We have to subtract for the junction. N is nothing but junction into B divided by 2. Why B divided by 2? Only half portion is getting overlapped. Total is B, only half is getting overlapped, therefore it is B divided by 2. B divided by 2 multiplied by N. N is nothing but the number of junctions. So here in this plan if you see, this is one junction we have, this is another junction we have. So therefore here N value has to be substituted as 2. N value has to be substituted as 2. B is nothing but the width of the item. What item we are calculating, that width has to be substituted. For example, if you are calculating excavation means excavation width has to be substituted. So for example, if you are calculating brick masonry, so width of the brick masonry has to be substituted here. It depends what item we are calculating, that width of the item or breadth of that particular item has to be substituted. So how to calculate the center to center length of wall now? Center to center length we have to calculate minus n into b divided by 2, where n is nothing but number of junctions, L is nothing but the length of the particular item, b is nothing but the breadth of the particular item. In this way, what we do, we are going to calculate the quantity. So for example, another, if we have one wall somewhere from here also, like, so this is like plus shape we have now. This is the main wall now, this is the main wall we have. So here we have one cross wall and here we have one cross wall now. Here also we have one cross wall now. So now how to do? So what happens that here, if you see here also we have one wall. So when you consider this wall, when you consider this short wall, here we have one junction. When you consider this short wall, again here the quantity gets overlapped. Here the quantity gets overlapped. So here therefore another junction we are going to get. So here we are going to get another junction. So in this portion we have one junction here. For this wall we have another junction here. So therefore when we have this type of walls, then we are going to have two junctions. In this case only one junction here, one junction here. Another wall, if it is going to come from top here, so therefore this will be another junction. So therefore that time two junctions has to be considered. So in this method proper care has to be taken so as to calculate how many junctions we have and how to do the deductions, right? So in the regular buildings, if you see, we are going to have different types of walls like 230 mm, 100 mm or 300 mm, 100 mm walls we have. So we will try to see different types of junctions in the next further slides, right? So if we have rectangular or circular or any other different octagonal shaped buildings if we have, and if there are no any cross walls, then this method becomes very simple. If you don't have any cross walls and all, then this method becomes very simple and the calculation will also be very much faster compared to the long wall short wall method. In the long wall short wall method, each and every wall is being considered separately and each and everything has to be written separately, that is length, breadth and depth. But here in this case what we do, at once we try to calculate the length, we multiply the breadth and depth, we will get the answer, right? Then next is that if two walls comes from opposite direction and meet a wall at the same point, then there will be two junctions. Already this I had explained. Then next another thing point what has to be taken care is that for buildings having different types of walls, if wall thicknesses or footing or foundation if they are going to vary, that set of walls has to be dealt separately. That means that line length has to be calculated separately. You cannot merge that item, right? This care has to be taken. Then next we will see different types of junctions, right? Generally if you see the external walls, they are of thickness like 30 centimeter or 23 centimeters, and partition walls or load bearing walls, they are of 20 or 15 centimeter or 10 centimeter thick. So therefore commonly we will come across this many types of junctions, that is we will have 230 by 230 junction or 230 by 15 centimeter or 15 by 230 or 15 by 15, right? Or you may have 30 by 30, 30 by 20 you may have, or 20 by 30 or 20 by 20. You may have, generally we will come across these types of junctions. So this is the figure showing that common types of junctions which we will come across. If you see this first figure now, this is 30 centimeter wall and this is another 30 centimeters wall, right? So what we can remember is whenever you have T shape, that means you will get the junction, So here when you have 30 centimeter wall, main wall 30 centimeter, this has cross wall, right? So this 30 centimeter by 30 centimeter wall, when you have 30 by 30 centimeter wall, how to calculate the length now? That formula will remain same, that is center to center length minus n into b divided by 2, where n is nothing but number of junctions. So here we will have one junction into width of the item divided by 2, So what is the width of the item? Width of this wall, width of this 30 centimeter wall, that is this divided by 2, right? Then next is, if you see this is 30 centimeter wall we have, second case. Then next is this is 20 centimeter wall now, right? So that time what we have to do is that this center to center length of 30 centimeter wall has to be calculated. That we will write it as CL, right? Then next is this is 20 centimeter wall. Wall thickness is varying, so therefore this length has to be calculated separately. So therefore center to center length of 20 centimeter wall length is calculated separately, right? So that will mark it as CL1. CL1. This is CL, that is length of 30 centimeter wall. This is length of 20 centimeters wall. Next is, so now again the formula will remain same. The total length of this, what you can say, 20 centimeter. So while calculating this 30 centimeter wall, we are not going to do any deduction. We will not do any deduction in 30 centimeter wall length. That means we will take this total portion. We will take this total portion in 30 centimeters wall. But when we are calculating this 20 centimeter wall now, 20 centimeter wall, this portion is getting overlap. This portion is getting overlap. So therefore this much has to be deducted. So therefore when we are taking this length of this 20 centimeter walls, the formula will be length is equal to CL1, that is 20 centimeter wall length, minus junction, that is number of junctions we have, 30 to 20, how many junctions we have, that has to be seen, into width of the item divided by 2. Width of the item divided by 2. So now which width we have to consider? You can see this width is somewhat larger and this width is smaller. So now whether this width has to be considered or this width has to be considered. So if you see the figure carefully now, which portion is getting overlapped? This portion is getting overlapped. This portion is getting overlapped. So this width is getting overlapped. This width is getting overlapped. So therefore width of 30 centimeter wall thickness has to be subtracted. So therefore B will be equal to breadth of the particular item for 30 centimeter wall. 30 centimeters wall. So that width has to be subtracted. So the length will be of 20 centimeter wall, but the junction into width of the item, what we are subtracting is width of the item of 30 centimeter wall. So this care has to be taken, right? So here I have given L is nothing but length of that particular item, N is nothing but number of junction, that is 30 to 20 centimeter wall thickness. Then next is CL1 is nothing but total center line length of 20 centimeters wall, right? Similarly, if you see this 20 to 30, again it will be the same case we have, right? If we have 20 to 20, again it will be like this case itself, right? So if we have, for example, 120 centimeter wall length we have, which is getting overlapped with one 30 centimeter wall and one 20 centimeter wall now, if that is the case, right? So in this case, if you see 30 to 20 we have and 20 to 20 we have, this 20 centimeter wall length, we have to see how many junctions we have. So we have to calculate 4 types of junctions now. How many junctions we have? That is 30 to 30, how many junctions we have? 30 to 20, how many junctions we have? 20 to 30, how many junctions we have? And 20 to 20, how many junctions we have, right? Then next, so as to calculate this 20 centimeter wall length now, 20 centimeter wall length, how do we calculate? Formula will remain same, that is total center to center length minus N into B divided by 2. N into B divided by 2. When you have 30 to 20, when we have, so this width has to be subtracted, that is width of 30 centimeter has to be subtracted, that is N1, that is number of junction between 30 to 20 into B1 divided by 2. B1 is nothing but width of the item for 30 centimeters wall. Then next, when you have 20 to 20, then next here what happens at N into B divided by 2. B2 here, that is B2 divided by 2. B2 is nothing but width of the item for 20 centimeters wall. So this has to be subtracted in the length. In this way, we will try to calculate the total center length of the building, right? Then next, most of the time, so students get confused is that, so for example now this is one 2-room building, example of one 2-room building. When we are calculating the center to center length, center means somewhere from here till here we will take now. So usually students get confused that here we have the door opening now, here we have the door opening, you can see here now, here in the figure we have the door now, whether this opening length has to be considered or not, right? So for example, whenever if you see the construction activity, so when we are constructing the wall foundation, we will construct the wall foundation totally, we will construct. So here above that we will have the opening. For example, if you see this total, it will be constructed. Above you may have the door, above you may have the door, up to lintel level you will have the door. Above the lintel, what happens is that we'll have the brick masonry, right? So only this much opening we are going to have. But at the foundation level or footing level, if you see, totally this length will be covered. So therefore, this door will also be considered, while calculating the length, this length will also be considered. You should not do the deduction in the length. Afterwards, only for the opening we are going to do the deductions, right? Why? Because bottom will, here at the bottom what we do, we are going to consider the foundation as well as above the lintel level if you see. So for example, here if you have lintel, above the doors also if you see, we are going to have the wall, right? So therefore, this length also has to be considered. So length should not be deducted. Afterwards, only for the opening that has to be deducted. So that is what it is being written here, to take the length of center lines and to find the number of junctions in the walls. The openings like doors are to be treated as wall, because below door foundations items and above door brick masonry wall is going to exist. So therefore, for the doors and windows, while calculating the length, there shall not be any deductions. In this way, what we do, we are going to calculate the total center to center length of the buildings, right? So by seeing the different shape of buildings one by one, if you go on calculating, so most of the time students get confused. So part by part they take more time to calculate the center to center line of the building. So now easily how you can calculate, like when you have exterior offset buildings or interior offset buildings. So easily how you can calculate. For example, if you see, this is one rectangular building what we have. Now how to calculate this length of this building now? So from here till here, this is L1 and this is equal to this. So therefore this is L1, therefore this is also L1. Therefore this total capital L will be equal to 2 times of L1. Similarly, this is L2 and this is L2. Therefore 2 times of L2. In this way, if you calculate, you will get the total length, center line length. If you see this exterior offset building, so here you can see there is one offset here, exterior offset now. How to calculate the length of this building now, right? Here they have given this width is L1. That means this length is L1. Similarly, if you see this length and this length, if you are going to add, so again this, if you are going to add, this will also be equal to L1 itself. So therefore this is L1, and if you take this portion and this portion, this will be L1. So therefore it is 2 times of L1. Similarly, if you see this wall, this is L2 they have given. Next, if you take this length and this length if you are going to add, so this and this length if you add up, again it will be L2 itself. This is L2, this is L2. Therefore easily we can write it as L2. So easily you can calculate 2 times of L1 plus 2 times of L2, right? Whenever we have exterior offset building, easily we can calculate, right? Similarly, if you see this total width, they have given it as L1, right? So for example, if you see this plus horizontal length, this horizontal length and this horizontal length, 3 lengths if you are going to add up, it will be equal to L1. Similarly, bottom portion, if you see this L1, this plus horizontal portion plus this, if you add up these 3 portions, again it will be L1 itself. So therefore it is 2 times of L1. Next is this vertical portion, you see this is L2, this plus this and this. If you add up, you will get L2. If you add up this plus this vertical portions, if you add up, you will get L2. Similarly, if you add up this vertical portion and this vertical portion, you will get it as L2. Therefore it will be 2 times of L2, right? So 2 times of L1 we have, 2 times of L2 we have. Whenever we have exterior offset building, easily we can calculate. So for example, if we have any interior offset buildings now, so here in this building, if you see, here you can see there is one offset, that is interior offset we have now. Interior offset we have. So how to calculate the length now, right? So this is L1 now. So this is L1 plus, if you see this horizontal length and this horizontal length, right? This is L1. If you add up these 3 horizontal portion, it will be equal to L1 itself. Therefore it is 2 times of L1. Next is, if you see this vertical portion, this is L2. Similarly, if you see this is L2. Therefore it is 2 times of L2. We have covered this portion, we have covered this, we have covered this, and we have covered this. These many portions we have covered. Only pending is this and this. That is D1 is pending. So this is D1, this is D1. So therefore it is 2 times of d1. If you add up, you will get the total center to center length of the building. Similarly, if you see this building now, here we have the interior offset now. This horizontal length is L1. That means if we are going to take this portion, horizontal portion, this horizontal portion and this, that is equal to L1. Similarly, you take this plus this portion plus this portion. Therefore, it is L1. Therefore, this will be equal to 2 times of L1. Next is if you take this as L2, this horizontal portion plus this horizontal portion. Therefore, it is 2 times of L2. Next is this vertical portion, you can see here it is D1, here it is D1. Therefore, it is 2 times of D1. This is D2, this is D2. Therefore, it is 2 times of D2. Right? If you add up, you will get the total center to center length of the building. In this way, we are going to calculate the center to center length of the building. So, in this video, we have seen how to prepare an estimate by center line method. We have to calculate the center line length of the building and we have to subtract for the junctions. Whenever we have T shape or whenever we have cross walls like this, then here we are going to get the junction. That has to be taken care. And next is how to calculate the length when you have interior offset and when you have exterior offset, that we have seen in this video. Right? In the next video, we will try to calculate by center line method, or we are going to prepare an estimate of a 2-room building by center line method. Thank you.